Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. I'm not a big fan of sequels, but I love when the sequel is a prequel. So, yesterday I shared a story about meeting an angel in the airport, and I want to tell you the prequel to that story. We had driven an hour and 15 minutes to the airport and then got to the airport and got to our plane. And we were on the plane, and after sitting there for about 40 minutes, found out that the plane wasn't going to go because of mechanical issues. Prior to that, the gate agent, a man named Raymond, came up and he started working before he even got to the desk. Very often, if you're flying out, you're sitting there before the gate agent comes up. The gate agent will come up, and if somebody's in line, they'll say, "Oh, wait, 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 I'm not checked in yet." And you hear the paper coming through, and can you wait, please? I'm not ready yet. Can you wait, please? I'm not ready yet. And it's almost, your presence is almost an annoyance to them. Well, Raymond started working when he came up. He went to anybody who was in a wheelchair, had a cane, anything, and asked what seat they were in so that he could try to move them up closer on the plane to make sure that they were comfortable, that they didn't have to walk too far back and they could get off when they needed to. He was doing all that when he first got there. And so it did something in me. It shifted something in my thinking, to see him working that way. Before he even checked in, he started work. And so I started writing a letter, to Delta Airline about him and just thanking them and his supervisor and his whole team for the way with which he was working. It was just beautiful. And he just was, it was beautiful the way he did everything. So now we're on this plane, we're stuck, we've got to get off. Typically, people are angry. They're like, "What are we doing? Why is that?" And da da da. And there were some people who needed to get off and stand in the jet bridge, because they were anxious about sitting on this plane, and the plane was hot. One of the things that was wrong was the air conditioning wasn't working. And when I first got on the plane, one of the flight attendants was a little bit testy. But because I was feeling in such a beautiful mood from Raymond's beautiful mood, I kind of joked with them and smiled and encouraged them. And then they turned into this, like, really, the same young man who was a little testy would come over and go, "How you doing, gorgeous? I just want to make sure you're okay because you're so beautiful." And it just created this whole beautiful, beautiful thing. So I'm delayed getting back home. We go out, everybody's standing around, nobody's complaining. One woman started crying. The gate agent did what he could to calm her down. The flight attendant, who had been testy, was now just talking to her calmly, lovingly. When we got back on a new plane, I gave her my water so she could have something to just hydrate her. And everybody was attending to this woman. So when I got in, I noticed something that was amazing. Everybody I saw was absolutely beautiful. I saw a man with tattoos all over his face and his eye and all in his arms, and I mean all over his face, and it was absolutely beautiful. He had like a grill, and it made for this, like, really beautiful person standing next to a guy in a business suit who was all dapper, and the two of them were just beautiful. Everything I saw was looking that way. So when I got off the plane, exhausted and tired and late, I had sat down several times through the airport so I could get to where I needed to be. And then I sat outside and saw that angel who'd been stranded in Savannah. Had my flight not been delayed, had I not stopped and sat several times, this appointment with an angel might not have happened. That gate agent who was doing his job, but doing it before the job started, set a chain of beautiful into motion that could not be denied. It was measurable, it was tangible, you could feel it. What can you do to set that beautiful story into motion? I love you.